From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Wednesday, May the 8th, 2019. Israel this evening concluded mourning its fallen for Yom HaZikaron, Israel's Memorial Day, to its fallen soldiers in battle and to victims of terror, moving after sundown local time this evening from grief to celebration of Israel's 71st Independence Day, Yom HaAtzmaut. A 2-minute siren sounded this morning, bringing Israel to a halt to remember and honor the 23,741 Israeli soldiers who have died to date defending the country, and the 3,150 civilians who have been killed in terror attacks, including the 4 people killed just this past weekend from rockets fired at Israel from Gaza. Official state ceremonies took place at Mount Herzl in Jerusalem, attended by bereaved families as well as by Israel's President Reuven Rivlin and Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who said of the conflict with Gaza, "This campaign is not over. We are considering the next step that must be taken to ensure the security of Israel." Ceremonies took place at military cemeteries across the country, and the IDF shared on their Twitter page a spontaneous moment when dozens of soldiers at the conclusion of such a ceremony began singing a song of faith, Ani Ma'amin, I believe, uniting the grieving families in song. A memorial ceremony was also held this morning at the Jewish Agency Plaza in Jerusalem. It also paid tribute to Jews murdered in anti-Semitic incidents around the world, including the synagogue attack in Pittsburgh last October and in Poway less than 2 weeks ago. Director of the Greater Pittsburgh Jewish Federation, Jeff Finkelstein, and daughter-in-law of Tree of Life victim Joyce Feinberg, Marnie Feinberg, spoke at the gathering, and Feinberg, together with Jewish Agency Chairman Isaac Herzog, lit a torch in the memory of the victims. Herzog said, "On this day, Jews in the diaspora stand together with Israelis in their grief, and we in Israel stand together with Jews in the diaspora in their grief." Finkelstein also addressed the gathering, noting that anti-Semites do not care about the differences between us, and they do not distinguish between labels like Chabad or conservative or Reconstructionist. In their eyes, he said, we are all Jews. Finkelstein, representing Jews of the diaspora tonight, lit a torch during the official torch lighting ceremony, signifying the transition from the grief and mourning of Yom HaZikaron to the pride and joy of Yom HaAtzmaut. 13 torches this year were lit by 16 honorees in Jerusalem, including also Iris Ifrach, Bat Galim Sher, and Rachel Frankel, the 3 mothers of the 3 teenaged boys, Eyal Yifrach, Gilad Sher, and Naftali Frankel, who were murdered by Palestinian terrorists in 2014. The women lit together as a team. Space IL's Morris Khan and Kfir Damari, who were behind the recent attempt of Israeli spacecraft Bereshit to land on the moon, lit together as well. Marie Nachmias, a Holocaust survivor who became a foster mother to dozens of handicapped children, lit as well as wounded IDF Colonel Shai Simantov, who wheelchair-bound returned to IDF service after his injury. He said earlier, "This torch is not a personal one. I represent tens of thousands of soldiers who spend their nights and days protecting the state of Israel." And in celebration of Yom HaAtzmaut beginning tonight, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu shared a video in English to tell of some of Israel's history and accomplishments.
Warm regards from Jerusalem on Israel's Independence Day. It's a remarkable day of celebration because the Jewish people have achieved something that no other people has achieved. We are the only people who live in the same land, with the same name, speak the same language, and have the same faith as we had 3,000 years ago. But what an odyssey did we undergo such trials and tribulations and suffering and wandering. But we came back to our land, and 71 years ago, we reclaimed our independence. We built a state, we built an army, we built our land, we built a thriving economy that is a wonder to the entire world. We are a hub of innovation like no other. And we've built a democratic, free society for Jews and non-Jews alike that is a beacon of light in the heart of the Middle East. This is what Israel is. It's a hope among the nations and a hope for the nations. Yes, we still have anti-Semitism. Yes, we have those who slander us. But more and more people around the world see the truth about our achievement, about our freedom, about our hope. I know that you share this hope and you share this pride. And I thank you for celebrating Israel's Independence Day with us. Chag Sameach.
And we have special programming here tonight on JBS for Yom HaAtzmaut on Wednesday, May the 8th. At 7 o'clock, we hear from the late Prime Minister and President of Israel, Shimon Peres, who shares his personal reflections on Israel and the Jewish people. At 7:30, Harvard Law Professor Emeritus Alan Dershowitz defends the State of Israel. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with fifth-generation Sabra, Rochelle Ettingen, who recounts her experience as a young girl growing up in Israel during the birth of the state. At 10, Shalem College's Daniel Gordis speaks about the high price of Jewish statehood. And coming up right after this newscast tonight, David Ben-Gurion reads Israel's Declaration of Independence on May the 14th of 1948. And that's the JBS News Update for Wednesday, May the 8th, 2019. I'm Teisha Bader. Yom HaAtzmaut Sameach. Happy Israel Independence Day.